All right, we have the latest news coming in right now from the state of Uttar Pradesh. The counting has stopped. There has been 2 objections to both the votes of Om Prakash Rajbhar. The counting process has stopped because the Samajwadi Party has requested the commission not to extend the counting further until both the objections are resolved. One objection is from Om Prakash Rajbhar that how his MLA Jagdish Rai cast his vote without showing. It should be investigated. The second objection raised by the Samajwadi Party is that how the vote of MLA Doodh Ram was cast with someone's help. BJP is now demanding that counting should be stopped till the vote is decided. Viewers, to get you a little perspective, the rules of counting where Rajya Sabha is concerned, it's open ballot where and only with the violet ink do the candidates, do the MLAs cast their ballot, and they have to show the vote to an assigned party agent, a polling agent by his own political party, and then cast his vote. Akhilesh, my colleague Abhishek is now joining me live with the latest coming in. Abhishek, what's the latest? Counting has been stalled for what reasons?
Well, certainly, Preeti, the counting has been kept on hold for a while with the fact that how there is a complaint by the Samajwadi Party and also one by Rajbhar. There are 2 objections. One objection is from O.P. Rajbhar, and he is saying that how his MLA Jagdish Rai has cast his vote without showing it to the agent. That is one argument. Second is about from the Samajwadi Party of the MLA Doodh Ram, where he said that he has he's cast his vote with someone's help. So that is the 2 objections which are now been resolved. Right now, the counting is on hold for now, but we are expecting that it will resume soon. And as soon as it resumes, then we'll get to know further that how is the development happening.
But Abhishek, right now it does seem that the Samajwadi Party has practically conceded defeat. In terms of numbers, tell us, because what we have been given to understand, 7 Samajwadi Party MLAs have cross-voted, 1 has abstained, that brings the count to 8, and 9 number is added because a BSP MLA has now voted in favour of the BJP. How many numbers did the BJP need to snag that 1 seat from the Samajwadi Party?
Well, Preeti, this is very right for the BJP at the moment because they were running short of 8 votes. Technically, 7 they have got, the cross vote from Samajwadi Party. 1 is absent, so that will also benefit BJP because the total count will get down. And another vote of the BSP MLA, Uma Shankar Singh, so that will also be added. So technically it becomes 8, and again the total count has gone down for the BJP. So in clearly a very clean victory, very easy victory for the BJP for the 8th candidate, and we are also expecting that in terms of numbers they will not shortfall of any in any situation. That is the only reason that from the afternoon itself, when Akhilesh Yadav spoke, he got the realization that there is no chance now that the 3rd candidate will go further.
Okay.
We are also getting to know that Alok Ranjan could be that person because he was on the number 3rd priority.
Right.
So the other 2 candidates of the Samajwadi Party are comfortably going to the upper house.
All right, so Sanjay Seth from the BJP, who's a former Samajwadi Party leader, now will make it to the Rajya Sabha, and what Abhishek tells us, at the cost of Alok Ranjan, who was a retired IAS personnel, who was put forth as a candidate by the Samajwadi Party. So Jaya Bachchan as well as Ramji Lal Suman in all probability will make to the House, which is 1 less than the Samajwadi Party had expected. Let's cut across right now. Word coming in from the assembly in Shimla where voting is being carried out. Ruckus outside the counting centre in Shimla. Sources say that 9 Congress MLAs have in fact cross-voted. Sukhu Sarkar, Murdabad slogans being raised in all probability by BJP MLAs there. Let's try and get a larger understanding. My colleague Manjeet Sehgal joining us live. Manjeet, tell us what exactly is going on right now.
Preeti, the BJP members tried to create a ruckus demanding that the voting should be paused as Sudarshan Bablu, who is a Congress MLA from Chintpurni, was flown from Chandigarh to Shimla. He was allegedly sick by the state government. So BJP has labelled allegations of misuse of the government machinery here at Shimla. That is why BJP is now demanding that the counting should be stopped. On the other, at least 7 MLAs, 5 Congress MLAs and 2 independent MLAs have been moved to Panchkula, Haryana by the BJP. These MLAs are believed to have indulged in cross-voting. Though some of the Congress leaders also maintain that cross-voting took place, but the BJP says that cross-voting took place and that can change the number game. Remember, 35 is the magic number which the BJP is trying to get. The Congress has 40 votes, and if the BJP, the 3 independents go to the BJP and cross-voting takes place, the BJP then can easily get the magic number of 35. But the Congress continues to maintain that there was no cross-voting and it will win its seat, Abhishek Manu Singhvi. As far as the cross-voting fears are concerned, Congress was already fearing that its members can indulge in cross-voting.
Okay.
That is why.
So what's the number? It will all come down to the number, Manjeet. If cross-voting has taken place, what is the number that in all probability Congress MLAs have cross-voted? One number that is being floated is 9. Is that correct?
Well, BJP members have claimed that at least 9 members have cross-voted in their favor. If this proves true, then the BJP will be in a comfortable position to get the magic number of 35. BJP leaders also maintain that the 3 independent MLAs have also cast their vote in their favor. So if BJP is able to get this number of vote, the magic number of 35, it will be in a comfortable position to win this seat. But results can be announced anytime soon.
All right, results anytime. But if the BJP gets the 9 plus 3, you're talking about 9 from the Congress cross-voting plus 3 of independents, then it's not just winning the seat. It's practically winning the state of Himachal Pradesh. But Manjeet, stay with me. We're going to come right back. Manjeet, there any time now results could be announced, and everyone's eyes, viewers, are trained on the results coming in from the state of Himachal Pradesh, because in Uttar Pradesh the picture is practically clear. The Samajwadi Party. All right, let's listen in right now. The Chief Minister of Himachal just speaking to the press.
हमने तो विप जारी कर रखा था, उनके पास तो मेजॉरिटी नहीं थी, हमारा तो विप जारी है, और जो हमारे विधायक थे हमने तो वोटिंग करनी थी। अभी भी आप गिन लेते, विप जारी होने के बाद जो सत्ता पक्ष के विपक्ष के विधायकों कितने हैं? 25 विधायक थे, और जो विधायक विप जारी करने के बाद भी नहीं आए हैं, उनके बारे में हमारी पार्टी भी विचार करेगी। और निश्चित तौर पर मैं कह सकता हूं कि आज जिस प्रकार भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने हमारे विधायक को धमकाने की जो कोशिश की है, कांग्रेस पार्टी इसका विरोध करती है। धन्यवाद।
आज हाउस के अंदर जो परिस्थिति बनी, जब फाइनेंशियल बिल जो चर्चा हो रही है और उस पर जब चर्चा के बाद मतदान होना था, मतदान में जो है वॉइस वोट के आधार पर ही स्पीकर ने हाउस को एडजॉर्न कर दिया। हमने डिवीजन मांगा, डिवीजन नहीं दिया गया क्योंकि उनका बहुमत नहीं था। वहां पर बहुमत हाउस के अंदर उस वक्त वहां पर उपलब्ध नहीं था उनके पास। और ऐसे हालात में जिस प्रकार से परिस्थिति वहां पर बनी हुई है, बौखलाहट में है कांग्रेस पार्टी। अभी मैं कुछ ज्यादा नहीं कहना चाह रहा हूं, और हम सचमुच में हैरान हैं जिस प्रकार से विधानसभा अध्यक्ष का रवैया है। विधानसभा के अध्यक्ष ने जब फाइनेंस बिल पर, बजट पर हमारी चर्चा के बाद जब वोटिंग हो रही थी, वोट के लिए हमने डिवीजन मांगा, डिवीजन नहीं दिया, हाउस एडजर्न कर दिया। और उसके बाद दूसरी बार जब रीअसेंबल हुआ तो हाउस थोड़ा सा शोर डालने के बाद कल तक के लिए एडजर्न कर दिया।
Well, with what the Chief Minister of Himachal has just stated, then the Congress is in trouble, because where he says very clearly that there have been some who have abstained, there's word coming in, there's been cross-voting going on. What does it augur in for the Congress government in the state of Himachal Pradesh? Because now it's just not Abhishek Manu Singhvi's seat at stake where the Rajya Sabha is concerned. The larger picture could actually not look too good for the Congress in maintaining its government in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Let's quickly cut across right now to our panelists this evening. Joining me, Guru Prakash Paswan, Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson. Rashid Kidwai, political analyst, continues to stay with us. Matthew Anthony, Congress spokesperson as well. Cutting across to the BJP spokesperson first. Guru Prakash Paswan, today is a day where the Antaratma has spoken of quite a few congressmen, one of your own in the state of Karnataka. The subconscious has spoken. spoken. But what's very interesting, Guru Prakash Paswan, that only those number of people subconscious or Antaratma has spoken the number that you required to snag a seat in Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh, and possibly the number that you require in the state of Himachal Pradesh.
No, Preeti, I think in all honesty, this question must be addressed to those who has voted instead of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And I think that is one of the biggest assets of a democracy, that in a democracy you can act as per your own will, as per your own aspiration. And I think we see that is happening today. In a democracy, there is absolutely no bar, there is absolutely no obligation that you have to vote for a certain thing. But as things are progressing, as things are developing, we just heard that the Congress Chief Minister in Himachal Pradesh saying that there was a whip issued. We saw another interesting thing, that the whip himself offered a letter of resignation in Uttar Pradesh. So I think as the day unfolds, as more development comes into play, we'll get the clearer picture. But I think constitutionally, democratically, in terms of parliamentary rules and regulation, whatever is happening is by the rule book, and we'll see whatever happens.
No, I'm just saying, because you quoted an interesting example, I'm also quoting an interesting example. I said you quoted an interesting example. I'm also quoting an interesting example, that only those number of party men or MLAs subconscious has spoken that the BJP needed to actually come up with that number. That line with Mr. Guru Prakash Paswan has been broken. He can't hear me. I'll cut across to him in a short while. But I want to go to the Congress spokesperson right now, Matthew Anthony. Things are not looking good in the state of Himachal Pradesh, sir, and you have only yourself to blame. The writing had been on the wall ever since Vikramaditya decided against the party whip, attended the Ram Mandir inauguration. You knew what was going on. You should have been more careful, many would suggest.
Thanks, Preeti, for bringing me in this show. And I would start my conversation with the 2004 open ballots introduced by Atal Bihari Vajpayee when he was the Prime Minister, putting an end to the horse trading in the whole Rajya Sabha elections. And now during a BJP regime, we are seeing a horse trading. However, under Schedule 10 of the Constitution, when a whip is being issued by the party, if any party MLA goes against the whip, they are to be disqualified. And we will, if at all there is a action against a whip, there is a cross-voting against a whip issued by the party, there will be action taken against them. And then we have to deal with it. And there is no conscience, when somebody has represented the party and, won the elections under the party symbol, there is no conscience coming into the picture when there is a requirement to vote for the party. It's very clear, be it BJP, be it Congress, be it anybody for that matter. So the horse trading in a democracy is a very bad thing, because, the conscience part is just an excuse by anyone for that matter. Yeah, that's what my comment
Mr. Anthony,
about the whole
let me turn this around and flip the question on you. You're saying it's horse trading, conscious part is just an excuse. You do know that Mr. Somashekara from the BJP in Karnataka has said that his subconscious has spoken in favor of the Congress. Would you call that horse trading, sir? What's happening in Karnataka?
I will not call that a horse trading. That is an individual's decision of, Somashekar. And he said that, it is his conscience, so, but, I say
you do also know you're contradicting yourself in the last 2 minutes.
Let me complete, Preeti. Let me complete. Whether it is Somashekar or whether it is any MLA, if somebody has won under a party symbol, then it is a moral responsibility to vote for the party if the whip has been issued. So it stands very clear there. Whether it is Somashekar, X, Y, or Z, if the Congress party has issued a whip, then the Congress party MLAs who has won the election under the Congress party symbol has to vote for us.
So my limited point was that it can't be horse trading in Himachal Pradesh and it can't be subconscious in Karnataka. Either we stick to horse trading or we stick to subconscious. Okay, I'll come back to you.
What Somashekar has done is wrong and against the whip of the party. That's
okay, fair point. I ceded, fair point. I want to cut across right now to Rashid Kidwai. Rashid Kidwai, away from all of that, let's just focus on what is going on right now in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Because in all probability, with indications coming in, the Congress still says that this is propaganda. They have the numbers. The independents, the three of them, have voted in favor of the Congress. But if the numbers are what the sources say, that 9 have cross-voted, then the Congress is actually on the cusp of losing the speck of a state that it had in the Hindi heartland. It's not just limited to Abhishek Manu Singhvi's seat.
Preeti, I think that's not a correct position because what happens in Rajya Sabha election, as Guru Paswan was saying, you see, there is no whip. Whip cannot be enforced. The idea behind open voting and to show it to the polling agent, in that case, is a whip for all practical purposes. But a punitive action parties cannot take. Parties can expel, but then that person becomes unattached member. In the context of Himachal Pradesh, fall of Sukhu government is not possible. Why I'm saying? Because you need to get 1/3 of the CLP, which is 40. So that means you need to get 14 or more MLAs to bring down Sukhu government. And if you come to the house on any finance bill or any other no confidence motion, if a party MLA violates whip, then that person would be automatically disqualified. So it's a tricky situation.
But it can bring, but Mr. Kidwai, it can bring the Himachal Pradesh government in minority.
Yeah. It's a huge loss of face, Preeti, I agree that. And it will trigger a chain reaction where a government, Sukhu government may fall. But what I'm saying is, it's not necessary because there are a lot of instances where Rajya Sabha cross-voting has taken place, but that particular government has not fallen. That's my limited point.
Sir, it all depends on what's the number there. I think it'll all come down to that and
So, Preeti, you're right. So, Preeti, I think what BJP has done is to muster, enough numbers. You are saying that in the context of Uttar Pradesh, those 8 MLAs.
It's right now what sources seem to suggest. It's 9 plus 3. 9 where the Congress in Himachal plus 3 are the 3 independents. That's what the BJP says. The Congress says that the independents have voted for the Congress. We'll know very shortly.
So I know all that. I think, Preeti, it will be role of speaker comes in. It's not an easy thing unless there is it's a small state. So remember, getting each MLA on the other side is not an easy task. What I'm saying is, it may happen that Congress may lose. And let me just tell you one thing. Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi was the first person in history of Himachal where a non-Himachali was brought in.
And that's the problem, Mr. Kidwai. That is actually a problem with most of the people there. And I'll ask you one quick question before we go to our political panelists, because most of the MLAs from the Congress resented an outsider being brought in. And if, for example, a Sonia Gandhi had been fielded, an outsider, yet, fielded from the seat. From Himachal.
I met Anand Sharma in IIC and, we were talking. He was saying, Lamo ne khata ki, sadiyon ne saza pai. So this was very well known. I mean, there was something was cooking in Himachal.
Yes.
And that's what had happened. So I think
the party should have been smarter. The party should have been smarter, which it wasn't. That's what it did. That's it. Given up the state of Himachal, if this is true. Like again, we don't know what's going on in Himachal. Both sides claim that they have the majority.
Actually, Sukhu had recommended Anand Sharma's name.
Well, that didn't quite happen. If Sukhu had recommended Anand Sharma's name, it is Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi who's on the cards. But in all probability, with what at least our sources seem to suggest, is that there has been cross-voting, doesn't augur in well for Abhishek Manu Singhvi, or rather even Mr. Sukhu. But I want to cut across back now to the BJP spokesperson, Guru Prakash Paswan, now on the larger picture of what's going on in the state of Karnataka, in the state of Uttar Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh, you've actually managed to get. All right, I'm coming back to you, sir. I'm just going to quickly cut into the latest news break that's filtering in. 6 Congress MLAs, besides 2 independents, have now been moved to Panchkula, Haryana, by the Bharatiya Janata Party. All right, it started resort politics following cross-voting. Only 34 Congress MLAs now present in Shimla. 35 is the magic figure. There have been 3 independents, 2 of them have now been moved to Panchkula, and 6 congressmen, MLAs, have now been moved to Panchkula by the Bharatiya Janata Party. There's lots going on, viewers, where Himachal is concerned. And Rashid Kidwai, if this holds true right now, we're looking at 6 plus 2 independents, that's 7, 8. Not too good for the Congress.
Absolutely, it's a very bad news. But what I'm saying is, CLP has to break, 1/3, and the 40 of 1/3 of 40 would be.
But can we now say? But can we say, Rashid Kidwai, that Abhishek Manu Singhvi might not go to Rajya Sabha?
And Preeti, you see, he's handling a lot of cases, including national
You know what's
rape
really funny, and what is really funny in all of this, we're going to try and get in a reporter as well. He's handling a lot of cases, and a lot of other political parties were very happy to give him a secure Rajya Sabha seat. This is something that possibly Abhishek Manu Singhvi will rue, because right till the end he did not know where he was being nominated from. Was it being Karnataka or was it the state of Himachal Pradesh? And now it seems that he might land up in a state where he might not make it to the Rajya Sabha, at least with the word that is coming in. We're going to try and get in a reporter very quickly. Our producer is on it. But I want to cut across right now back to our BJP spokesperson, Guru Prakash Paswan. Guru Prakash Paswan, the word coming in from the Congress, misuse of muscle power, misuse of ED, misuse of all possible state agencies by the BJP.
No, I completely do not understand, Preeti, when the moral compass shifts to the Bharatiya Janata Party, that it is the Bharatiya Janata Party which is accountable, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party that is answerable. But on the other hand, the point is very clear, the point is very simple. You are not able to control your own MLAs. They are elected representatives. They are not just party workers. They are not just party sympathizers. The Congress party has lost all forms of control on their elected representatives. And there are reasons behind it. Preeti, as we speak, today, at this hour, 2 Congress MLAs, reportedly Murari Gautam and Siddharth Saurabh, they are set to join the Bharatiya Janata Party. So what is the reason behind it? What is the reason, the larger picture behind it that we must understand? This is beyond my comprehension, that the entire focus shifts on the Bharatiya Janata Party. The question, on the other hand, must be asked from the Congress leadership, that आप अपने MLAs को control करके क्यों नहीं रखना चाहते हो? The answer is very clear, because in Congress party, Preeti, last 10 seconds. In Congress party, any leader of resilience can only rise to a certain position. We saw what happened with Milind Devra. We have examples like Mr. Sindhya. We have examples like Mr. Himanta Biswa Sharma. So many leaders, they cannot actually realize their potential, their aspiration in the Congress party, and this is the reason of the mass exodus.
That question continues to be asked of the opposition, but questions also need to be asked with the BJP as well, because it is interesting how exactly, because every possible MLA who has switched sides today has blamed it, or rather not blamed it, invoked his antaratma or subconscious. And what is interesting here is exactly those number of MLAs subconscious has been invoked that the BJP needed. Exactly the number, or maybe give and take one, in the state of Uttar Pradesh to snag that seat away from the Samajwadi Party in UP, and possibly with what's going on in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Matthew, Anthony, I'm going to ask you a quick question before we slip into a break. And the fact is, Mr. Paswan has a point. You have failed in not only keeping and rallying your MLAs together, but now today also standing at the cusp of losing your only state in the Hindi heartland, sir.
Preeti, first of all, I disagree to the fact that we are losing the state. Second is, I'm not in a position to comment about the 6 MLAs because I don't have a clear information about it. It's a speculation from the media. Third is, BJP is an alumni of the ex-Congress leaders, because BJP don't have leaders. BJP don't have their own leaders, because after fighting so many years and becoming a larger party, national party, you see all their positions are going to ex-Congress leaders. Don't they have leaders of their own?
Sir, isn't that a pity though? Isn't that a pity then?
It is a pity for
you didn't
BJP
value
because, after claiming so...
Many would suggest you didn't value your own.
No, second thing is, let me come to that. If ED knocks at your door, if CBI knocks at your door and saying that, no, if you don't come, and then you're going to be under the jail, or you're going to be put under bars, then, what option you have?